that down. Let's move on to this, shall we? And in this little section, we're going to call the rumor mill. And just to let you guys know, this story we're about to talk about is just a rumor, not confirmed by anybody, but it brings up some interesting questions, so we'll address it here a little bit. So you guys know that in what was a massive change of direction, the Marvel Cinematic Universe decided to move away from Kang the Conqueror. Now, on paper, it was because Jonathan Majors got himself into some legal trouble, but the issues were bigger than that. The Kang storyline was not working in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He got beat by Ant-Man. It's hard to be the next Thanos when that's the case. So for a lot of different reasons, they kind of moved off him. And now we've got Doomsday coming and we've got Secret Wars coming. Well, there's a new rumor going around out there, started by a pretty good outlet, actually, Screen Geek, who is saying that Marvel is actually considering bringing Jonathan Majors back. This comes to us from CBR, who wrote the following. According to Screen Geek, Marvel President Kevin Feige reportedly wants to bring Majors back for a second MCU run. Feige is reportedly willing to rehire Majors for future MCU projects to, quote-unquote, wrap up some loose ends with Kang and close the supervillain's character's story. Film insider Daniel Richman also reposted the rumor on X, though it's important to note that this still has not been officially confirmed by anybody at Marvel Studios. All right, let me first say this. If Screen Geek is reporting this, it's because somebody did tell them this. Of that, I have no doubt. I just don't know if the person who told them that was accurate. I'll say right up front here, I do not believe this part of the rumor mill at all. I don't believe it makes any sense in the world to bring back Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors, who I think is an incredible actor. I cannot wait to see Magazine Dreams. But this whole, especially what gives it away is he's thinking about bringing him back to tie up some loose ends. Mm-hmm. Why would you go through a PR nightmare and circus for something so unimportant as tying up some loose ends? And by the way, there are no loose ends. Loki season 2 definitively ended the Kang story. Mm-hmm. The Kang we knew kind of gets killed, and then it ends with the TVA kind of being repurposed, saying now we're just going around and cleaning up and getting rid of all the last variants of them. And they were already making progress on that. There is no loose ends. It's done. And it's like, it took them a long time because you know what? The whole Jonathan Majors and Kang thing doesn't get brought up much anymore. And it took them a long time to get to this point. Why on earth would Kevin Feige bring that whole situation back up again and bring in Jonathan Majors for what? To just tie up some loose ends? And by the way, if you're Jonathan Majors, would you even do it? It's like, listen, look, Marvel did what they needed to do. They didn't create the situation they were in. Unfortunately, Jonathan Majors' personal life put Marvel and Disney in a PR nightmare, and they said, look, this isn't good for us, so we're going to part ways with you here. You can deal with your stuff, but we can't have it become a Marvel issue. We can't let it be a Marvel issue. But guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Hungryroot. You know, grocery shopping used to be one of the biggest struggles. Between your busy schedule and wanting to eat healthier, it just feels impossible to stay on top of everything. But all that changes when you discover Hungryroot, the easiest way to eat healthy without the hassles. Hungryroot is like having your own personal grocery shopper. They take care of the weekly shopping for you, recommending healthy, high-quality groceries tailored to your tastes, nutritional preferences, and even health goals. They've got it all: smoothies, snacks for the kids, ready-to-eat meals, and even supplements. For me, Hungryroot is absolutely a game changer, guys. My health goals have become so much easier to stick to. I love how they personalize my cart every week and even get smart about my preferences as I go. It's honestly stress-free and so simple. You're gonna love Hungryroot as much as I do. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/Campea and use the code Campea. That's hungryroot.com/Campea, using the code Campea to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. hungryroot.com/Campea, code Campea. It was still pretty publicly embarrassing to be set up as the big bad in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and then be let go. Are you, if you're Jonathan Majors, actually going to come back to tie up some loose ends. Like, Chris, I could see Jonathan Majors if Kevin Feige and Marvel went back to him and said, you know what? After Secret Wars, we're going to revamp up the entire Kang storyline again. You're going to be the big major bad again. You're going to be featured in like 6 of the films. Maybe then I could see Jonathan Majors going, okay.
Yeah.
But would you really want to come back into that, rehash all the issues again to clean up loose ends? So look, I certainly cannot definitively say that this report isn't true. But I don't believe it for a second. I think it's not good for Jonathan Majors. I think he's trying to move on with everything now. I don't think it's the right move for Marvel.
No.
So I don't buy this for a second. Chris, do you think there's any validity to this?
No, I'm on the same page as you with this one. I just also, all the legal hullabaloo aside, Kang just wasn't performing as that character needed to. We were constantly told about the threat. We didn't witness the threat of Kang. It was just, yep, he's the worst guy in the universe. Okay.
But you know what? Just don't let him near any ants.
Yeah.
Because then he gets all screwed up.
Right. And I understand, like, that wasn't the definitive end of Kang and yada, yada, yada. But it was still he doesn't seem that threatening. Right. This is not the on par with Thanos level threat that you have promised he will be. Again, it was just an issue of, you're not showing me any of that. You're not backing up the evidence. You're just presenting the thesis and not exploring it at all. So I don't know why you would bring him back in here. And to do this kind of backpedaling too, honestly, I would just think, what are you guys doing? Do you have a plan? I would be very concerned about what Kevin Feige's overall goals were with the Marvel Universe. If it was, well, we're pivoting to Doom, but we're also going to bring in Kang, and then we're going to do, it would just be more of that spaghetti at the wall kind of stuff.
Yeah, seems so muddled.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I think ultimately, now I don't know this. This is me as a fan purely speculating. There's honestly a part of me that really believes that even if the Jonathan Majors personal drama didn't happen, I have a feeling they might have moved away from Kang anyway. I mean, at some point, it wasn't reactionary because they had like 3 major things with Kang. Loki season 1, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, Loki season 2. It's not like it's some quick knee-jerk reaction. I think they just sat down, and to your point, Chris, they saw this storyline isn't working.
Yeah.
The audience doesn't feel like he's this big threat. We've set him up where we've given the audience no reason to fear him. I mean, yeah, he said, are you the one with the, I've killed so many Avengers. Oh, that's great. He said that, but we never felt it. And again, they had him lose to Team Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Which it just kind of killed it. So I wouldn't have been surprised if they just killed off and stopped the Kang storyline, even if it wasn't for the legal problems that Jonathan Majors had.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Again, we can't say it's not true. I'm just telling you, I don't believe it's true until we get something more official. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? There's a rumor going around. Remember, we're filing this one under rumor mill that Kevin Feige's actually looking to rehire Jonathan Majors to clean up loose ends. Does anybody feel like there's actually loose ends to clean up? Why on earth would Jonathan Majors want to at this point? Can't we just look forward to magazine dreams? Anyway, whatever you guys feel about this, jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.